folks. It's probably not coming through on this camera phone audio, but I've done videos on Cort guitars, Cort Earth series guitars before, and raved about them for the price. And I saw this one. It is actually a Cort Grand OP. Never had one of these before. So it's the Earth series, but it's the Grand OP. OP standing for Open Pore. We've talked about Open Pore satin finishes in previous videos. There it is, Sapele mahogany. Nothing sophisticated here. Sitka Spruce, solid. On the top, beautiful rosewood board. There's the headstock with the rosewood facing and the Cort logo. And the typical Cort keys with the tuners with the capped keys. Very small mother of pearl dots. Extremely sort of little finish on these guitars. Very natural looking finished guitars, which I particularly like. But what I want to tell you about this guitar is, you know when you pick up a guitar and you play, you tune it up and you go like this, play that E chord, right? And there's something about that low E that just reverberates through your skeletal mass. You know, it resonates with your bones type of thing. And you get that feeling of joy inside, like, I found a player. You know, a lot of guitars are great, but only some guitars, when you strum them, and you go, oh, I've got myself a player here. Well, this was that moment with this Cort. And I've had it before with Cort guitars, but this one, I just think is perhaps a cut above the Earth 100 and the Earth 70. It's really light. It may even be, I'll have to check it out, maybe somebody can look it up for me. It may even be that the back and sides are solid, mahogany back and sides. It certainly feels like a very light guitar. So it's really nicely graduated. The thickness of the top is not overly thick so that you have a dulled sound. It's a very resonant guitar, very nice voicing. Probably not picking it up here, but when you play the lower notes, you get a really nice bass response, which you don't get on all guitars. This one's got some weather on it. It's got a ding on the side here that I've touched up a bit. But other than that, it's fairly clean. It's just a really nicely put together instrument. Very, very plain. No bells and whistles on this. Has that sort of red, what do they call it? Red pearl rosette, which is interesting. You don't see that too often. I think it's a new bone nut and saddle on these, so it's not plastic. So I think it's composite bone. I don't know what strings are on this. They feel like D'Addario, what am I saying? Phosphobrons. They sound like them, but they might be something else. But they sound just fine. I might try a set of elixirs on these at some point. But I'm excited about this. You know, you pick up a guitar, you go through 10, 12 guitars you set up. If you're like me, you set up a lot of guitars, and every once in a while, every few days, or sometimes it's a few weeks, you come across one of these and you ping that E chord and you just get that moment where you're like, wow, this one is a player. And I tell you, I've raved about Corts before, and some of you have put comments on those videos saying that you've had the same experience. I mean, what do these cost? Like $350, $399, something like that, new. I mean, this is a lot of guitar for that. If you can pick up one of these for $250 used or $200 used, it's a lot of guitar. I'm telling you, it plays as well as, you know, sort of your $400, $500 Seagulls, Art and Luthery. You know, your Alvarez AD90s, you know, which are also Sitka tops. It's up there with those, and maybe even a little higher. It might even challenge some of your Breedlove and Bedell class guitars. It really is that good. It's a really good player. Came came to me set up really well with new strings on it. So I got it from an eBay seller, and you know, they took care of it, or perhaps they had to sell it. But it shows signs of being played, but it shows signs of being taken care of. And it came to me almost set up. So that rarely happens to me. I set guitars up for other people, but when I get them, usually people don't do that for me. So it was kind of a treat to get this out of the box and sit down and play it for a long time. And I've played it, you know, in 2 or 3 hour stints since then. So it's an exciting guitar. I just wanted to show it to you. It's a Cort Earth Grand OP. So maybe it is the mother of the Earth series guitars. Maybe it's the top dog of that particular series. I would think so. With the Open Pore finish, or satin finish. The pores breathe in the wood. You can actually see when you look at the back of this. You won't pick it up on the camera, but you can actually see the texture of the grain on this guitar. There's no filler. It hasn't made it a flat, glossy surface at all. You can actually see the indents, natural indents of the grain. So it's an interesting way to finish a guitar. You see it on the side as well. You can feel it with your fingers. You can feel the wood. It feels like there's no finish on the wood, or barely any finish on the wood. Same with the spruce. You can see the grain. I like the fact that it has the light strip down the middle. It's been book matched. Really nice grain on this. Very pretty guitar from a wood perspective. And then, you know, nice chocolate brown rosewood on the fretboard. Just these are good guitars, I'm telling you. If you can find a used one of these, even for around $250, grab it. I tell you, I don't think you'll find a better playing acoustic guitar in that price range. It really is impressive. It's fun to play. All right, folks, I'll quit blathering on now. See you next time.